Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really ready to go. Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cicely! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cicely! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. The ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, am I bending the cat? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, bring on my quad, your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who Barbers, but a big good afternoon, dude. I gotta get take a bath for now. Hi everyone, welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. I'm your host as always, Riverface. How y'all doing today? Are you good? I've just come from fapping. E-fapping though. Wish I could have stayed longer. I was having a good time. Good time watching terrible videos with terrible takes. Oh, but as you do terrible videos with terrible takes. Fuck on! I have the best takes. I have the greatest takes. Looks like the pollen's back up. My eyes are a little bit. But yeah, it's the EFAP 250th and the EFAP 5-year anniversary all together in one. Wow. So, congrats to the guys. I was going to do a booby burp, but then I decided not to. A little bit too early in the strum for that. And I've got a little bit of... This is the charity mug I did back in 2019. 2019! For breast cancer research. Because you know me, folks. I'm a lover of the Bob. I'm the Bob Whisperer. So we did that. And all that I asked when I contacted them with the donation, I said, could you just tweet out a thank you? Could you just tweet out a thank you? Not to me. Could you just tweet out a thank you to everyone who bought the mugs to go to your charity? And they went, sure, that is not a problem at all. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I think they'd really appreciate that. They didn't. They didn't. They just took the money and ran. Not even a... They also said, hey, we'll send you a certificate too, so you can see, you know. Charity! To charity, everyone. Oh. Sandy Q got the stream off to an absolute rock-roaring start with 10 gifted memberships. That's Diddy currency, that is. Sandy, thank you so much. Thank you. Sandy, really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Dark Warlord's been a Witcher for 17. How's it going, Az? Hope all is well. I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 because I found the English dub for Advent Children complete. Nice. And Eddie Brock with a €2 says, new Kelly Jones art in Batman Brave and the Bold 4. Are you going to buy it? Yes. Purely for Kelly Jones. Purely for Kelly Jones. I do have quite a bit of contact with Kelly's wife. Easy. And she's an absolutely lovely person. And hey, next year, might get to meet them both.
which would be absolutely amazing. They said, "Hey, we're coming over to the UK next year, and we're wondering if you'd like to meet up." And I was just like, "Oh, yes, I would." I said, "Please tell Kelly though, I am going to be bringing 1,000 Kelly Jones comics for him to sign." He's like, "That's fine." I was like, no. Maybe one or two. Maybe get the breaking of the Batman cover signed by man. But no, it'd be absolutely amazing to meet Kelly and his wife, Lynn. The pair of them, they are unbelievably kind. It's ridiculous. Kelly's one of the most humble people I've ever met in my life, and he said, I won't read what he said because obviously the contact that we had in private is private. But he's just said the kindest of words to me, and I'm just like, this is a guy. This is a guy whose talent is out of this world, absolutely out of this world. And to hear, words coming out of his mouth like that is absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, that would be wonderful if I could see them next year, the pair of them. That didn't quite come out right, didn't it? If I could see the pair of them, that would be wonderful. I said that last night. Didn't work. Just saying. Hey, if I could see the pair of them, that would be fantastic. Oh. Where have you gone? Oh, how are we all doing? Best name I can think of as well, gifting 5 memberships. Best name I can think of. Thank you very much indeed. Because the real BBC was on Gary's channel this week, there's no super chat square up to do. So we've got time to talk about the things, the things. I haven't done an Ahsoka video, so we could discuss the Ahsokas. We could just discuss other things. Who knows? Let's just see where it takes us, yeah? Let's just see where it takes us. Someone in the chat said something about US audiences. Hold on. Are you more honored to have US supporters than UK? Hold on. I was throwing something in the bin away from the microphone. I'm honored just to have supporters. I don't care which country you come from. I'm just very grateful to have people who watch my stuff. So, don't matter what country you're from, but my biggest audience is the US. I think about 43%, something along those lines, of my audience is from the US, which is absolutely fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Let's have a look. Let's do some demographic breakdown. I'm just going to go to my back end. Let me just go to my back end. Here we go. Top geographies. Number 1, United States, 41.2%, which is absolutely unbelievable. Thank you, Americashire. United Kingdom, 15.6%. Canada, 4.8%. Australia, 3.8%. Germany, 2.5%. Actually, 2.1. Sweden, 1.1%. Netherlands, the Netherlands, 1.1%. Poland, 0.8%. Ireland, 0.6%. Irish don't like me. God damn it. Island, what the fuck did I do? You're fucking British. That's why you're fucking British. You're fucking scum. Okay, all right. Brazil, 0.5%. Philippines, 0.4%. You know, the traditional ones. You know, the ones without penis. South Africa. South Africa. There's too much grass on the wicket. 0.5%. France, 0.5%. New Zealand, 0.5%. There you go. Demographic breakdowns. What about no, go away. Cats, go away. Here we go. 58.9% of people that watch my videos are subscribed. 41.4% are not subscribed. My male to female audience, male, 91.5%. Female, 8%. That is needy. I have not seen that high for ages, ladies. User specified 0.5%. And then my age demographic, 99.8% of my audience is over 18 years old. Only 0.2% is under 18, between 13 to 17. I actually had a Cameo. You can catch me on Cameo, folks. I am a talent on Cameo. You can purchase a bespoke video just for you or somebody you know from on my behalf. And there was one where somebody was just like, it's my son's 14th birthday. He watches your shows. We watch them together. I'm like, that's a base dad right there. So I did a happy birthday to them, which was lovely. I've done some nice happy birthdays, done some pep talks, done some roasts. Been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun doing the cameos, I gotta say. So thank you everybody who's ordered a cameo for either yourself or for somebody. Somebody asked me for a cameo earlier in the week, and they were. I'm not going to say who they are, but they were like, "Az, I'm a big fat fuck, like you, and I need you to roast me. I need you to roast me to try and get me to change my ways." And so I read the room because I looked at the information that he put down. And I did a 10-minute cameo for this guy. Normally, my cameo videos are between 2 to 3 minutes. But I did a 10-minute cameo for this guy. And I was just like, you've ordered a roast. I'm going to tell you now, if you don't like this video, I can redo it for you. Okay? If you don't like what I'm going to say, I can redo it. And I said, I'm not going to roast you. I think reading what you've written, I said, I think you actually need an arm around your shoulder. So I gave him, I did a 10-minute cameo of hopefully me trying to connect with him and understand his plight and tell him that he's, you know, he can change if he wants to change, and he can make these changes. And then I ended it by saying, but you are a fat fuck. So you know, sometimes you just got to read the room and see. Now this can backfire. I've already told that I've done about 40 cameos so far. I've got 19 out of the 40 odd people have left feedback, which is amazing. Which is, you know, thank you. And every single one of them's given me a 5-star rating. So thank you so much indeed. But I did get that one cameo. That one cameo from the people who were just like, we want to say hi. Cool, hi. And also, do you know who we are? I had no idea who they were. So I thought, this is going to be really awkward because I don't know who they are. So what do? Do I say, hey, thank you for doing the cameo. Thank you for saying hi. Hi. How you doing? By the way, I don't know who you are. That's 8 seconds. So I thought, if you watch my content, you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. So I thought, what I'll do is to make this a little bit more interesting, hopefully give them a bit of a giggle, bit of a laugh, a bit of a guffaw. I'll turn it into a roast instead. I'll turn it into a roast. So I turned it into a roast. I was like, I was doing all this. Did you just do you know who I fucking am? Me? And all this kind of stuff. So I turned it into a roast and I sent it off and I thought, hopefully they'll find that pretty funny. I think they were exceedingly offended that I didn't know who they were. Which what can I do about that? What can I do about that? I said in the video, yeah, I've seen you like a couple of my tweets. I've seen your picture on a couple of tweets. But if I don't know who somebody is, I don't know. Let's just pick out somebody whose name Abe. Don't. If Abe contacted me, I've seen Abe in the chat. I've seen Abe talk in the chat. If Abe sent me a cameo and, hi, Az, just want to say hello and introduce. Hi, Abe, how you doing? By the way, do you know who I am? I'd just be able to say what I said to them. Well, I've seen you in my chat, Abe. Other than that, I don't. Sorry. What am I meant to do? So I tried to do something, and then they posted on Twitter. Somebody was just like, it's on the Cameo post, and they posted on Twitter, or we ordered one and didn't get what we paid for us, or didn't get what we thought we were, gonna get or whatever. But I guess lesson learned. I was like, oh no, they're not happy. So I responded to them on Twitter and I said, if you're not happy with the tweet, I think I said something like, there was very little information that you provided for me to go on. I didn't even try to specify the information for other people, but since they've done this, I got to. I said, you didn't really specify any information other than, hi, and do you know who we are? Hi, no. So I said there was little for if I just answered that, then the cameo would have been 15 seconds long. So I decided to try and give you something which I thought was value for money. If you are not happy, there is a redo button on Cameo. There is a redo button. I said I am more than happy to redo the cameo for you. And even though I still don't know who they are, I would just chat. I'd just say hi. How you doing? No, I've seen you like a couple of my tweets and stuff. And then talk about something else for a couple of 3 minutes. So they did reply by saying, thanks for responding or something, and I'll discuss it with my wife. Okay. And then they replied again to that saying, after discussing with my wife, no, we don't want another. Okay. And then they unfollowed me on Twitter. I guess I'm the bad guy? Huh? I guess I'm the bad guy. So, yeah, I don't think they were too happy about that. I guess Yeah, I guess I'm the bad guy, huh? As I'll be moving to Leeds in September for work, currently looking for a place to live. Any suggestions? Chapel Allerton seems to be popular based on my research. Definitely do some research into Leeds. There's some nice places in Leeds. There's also some rough as fuck places in Leeds as well. So definitely do your research before going over there. But it's a great. I think Leeds is a great city, great town. City, is Leeds a city? Does Leeds have a cathedral? I'm not sure. I think Leeds is a town. I think it's a town. But and there's some nice places in Leeds. There is some nice places in Leeds. I like as a place. I do like Leeds, but I used to have some friends in Headingley and stuff. Yeah, don't go near Bradford. Don't go near Bradford. But I also had some friends that lived in Headingley. So I did go to Headingley a few times, and well, Headingley's the kind of place that they had bars up on their windows, and not only just bars up on the windows, but bars on the door. You like a swing door for the front door. So yeah, be careful. Be careful where you go to. Big RIP to Arleen Sorkin. The voice for Harley Quinn from Batman the Animated Series. She sadly passed away, age 67. Terrible loss. She just absolutely breathed life into that Harley Quinn character and made Harley Quinn such a popular character in the 90s and 2000s. And in recent history, when I say recent history, the last 40 years probably, there's been very few new characters that have set themselves up for iconic status. Harley Quinn, Bane being a couple for them in Batman. I mean, I wouldn't, even though Batman Hush is incredible, I wouldn't put Hush up to their level. I wouldn't put Hush up to the level of Bane or Harley Quinn. And I think a good deal of it was Arleen Sorkin, the way that she portrayed Harley Quinn. And I mean, nowadays Harley Quinn's a fucking joke, but yeah, absolutely heartbreaking. When I heard that yesterday, I was gutted about that. Absolutely gutted. 67, way too young to go. So RIP. Nothing but love to a family, loved ones, friends, you know. And again, it's a couple of body blows. You know, Kevin, of course, passing away recently, and now Arleen. Yeah, that is sad stuff. But you know, at the same time, just so incredibly grateful for what they did. Yeah. Just so incredibly grateful for the legacy she leaves behind. You know, we could go through life and very few people leave a legitimate legacy that will stand the test of time. Kevin Conroy's Batman is one of them. I mean, most people, a lot of people, herald Kevin Conroy's Batman as the greatest interpretation of Batman there has been to date. I think it's the most accurate of any Batman is Kevin Conroy's Batman. And that cartoon, Batman the Animated Series, is one of the greatest, arguably the greatest, you know. But you know, some people have their own opinions, obviously, and that's absolutely fine. Arguably the greatest cartoon series ever created. And it was thanks to incredible talents from Kevin Conroy, Arleen Sorkin, of course, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill, crazy, hideous man in real life, unfortunately, but unbelievable as the Joker. You know, their legacy is cemented for all time. And I think in 50 years' time, Batman the Animated Series will still be revered as an incredible piece of art. And yeah. So yeah, it's such a shame. There's been so many people have been passing recently, and all different kinds of age. Because again, Arleen was 67. That's no age. That's no age to go. Kevin Conroy was younger. A wrestler this week, Bray Wyatt, Wyndham. He passed away. Wyndham Rotunda, I think his real name is. He passed away at 76, which is unreal. We lost Terry Funk. Terry Funk was 79. Look, you know, it's very sad Terry Funk passed away, 79 years old, another wrestler. But how on earth Terry Funk made it to 79 years old is a mystery. A mystery that I don't think anyone's going to be able to solve. Did I say Bray Wyatt was 76? 36. It was 36, not 76. 36. Only 36. But Terry Funk was 79, I think. And that for Terry Funk to get to 79 was... How? So for Terry, I think it's certainly a bit of a celebration. You know, should just be a celebration of his life. I don't know. I think Bob Barker must have been an American thing. I have no idea who Bob Barker was. We don't have the shows that you have in America over here. So unfortunately, I don't have any connection with who Bob Barker was or knowledge of who Bob Barker was, but he was 99, something like only like 3 months away from his 100th birthday or so. That's a pisser, isn't it? It's like Betty White. Betty White was like 5 or 6 weeks away from 100th birthday when she passed away. That was, you know, very sad. No, you want them to hit that century. And you know, Iron Sheik, it wasn't too long ago. Iron Sheik passed away as well. But again, Iron Sheik, wonderful life, incredible entertainment that he provided on the wrestling circuit. So yeah, but you know, it's not in any way, shape, or form trying to be callous. It's just an unfortunate fact of life that we all have to deal with. We're all gonna die. It's the human condition. We're cursed with the knowledge of that. That's I think one of the curses of the human race is we are cursed with the knowledge that we are here for a very limited time. We just gotta try and make the best out of it that we can. Yeah, I know. And we all have peaks and we all have troughs in life. And it's a matter of to me, it's just a matter of trying to be the best person that you can be. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we fail. Lord knows I've got plenty of failures under my belt. At the same time, you know, you do take those successes as well and run with them. Try and be as empathetic as possible. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know. But again, that's life. That is life. And it's one day I will pass, one day you will pass, one day all our loved ones will pass. And 100 years from now, probably none of us in this stream will be here. Most likely, none of us will be here in 100 years' time. The human race just keeps on going. We can only hope that they get more knowledgeable, particularly than we are right now. A couple of people mentioned this chap called Mikey Sutton. I don't know who Mikey Sutton was, I'm afraid. I know that he well, I don't know, but from seeing what I saw yesterday, I think he was in certain people's chats, certain streamers' chats that are related to the sphere that we're in. But I didn't know Mikey myself. I don't think I had any interaction with Mikey at all. But yeah, a few people have said that. Apart from Mauler won't, because he's an omnipotent Cthulhu god who can. He might leave this dimension, Mauler, but he will just be moving on to another dimension. He's just probably bored with this dimension and just moving on into another dimension. There we go. But you know, so now that we're all thoroughly depressed. Now that we're all thoroughly depressed, how have things gone this week? Well, the answer is pretty good. Last week, my brother had just gone. He went on the Friday, and I did my way on the last Sunday, and I was up a kilogram. A little bit surprised I was up a kilogram because we'd done a lot of exercise. Even though I didn't go to the gym that week, well, even though I didn't go to the gym from the Monday to the Friday because my brother was here. We did a lot of exercise throughout, through all the work that we were doing in the house. So I was actually quite surprised. I was very surprised that it went up a kilogram. Yes. We went out for a couple of meals. Yes, had a main course and a dessert. No, didn't have any energy drinks. Didn't have any pop. Didn't have any takeaways. Didn't have any alcohol. So last week I was just a little bit surprised. I've had people reach out after last week's afternoon tea. Kelly Jones's wife being one of them, and saying that you're probably aware muscle weighs more than fat, which it was, but, and the work that you're doing could be burning fat and putting on muscle because of we were doing a lot of heavy lifting work throughout the course of the week. Also, water retention, water weight, that could be that could also be a contributing factor. So yeah, it's never linear. That's a fair assessment, Battlefield. That's a fair assessment. But it's just, obviously you just want to see things go in another direction. So my brother went on a week on Friday, not this Friday, just gone the Friday before. My brother-in-law. So I went to the gym on the Friday. I took the Saturday off. I went to the gym on the Sunday. I took the Monday off. Then I went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I did a 5-day day. I did a 5-day at the gym this week, just gone. Also, I was doing a lot of walking outside of the house. I live at the top of a hideous hill. It literally goes like the hill that I'm on. So I live at the top of this hideous hill. And I was actually doing a lot of walking into the village, into the town, and then walking back up, which meant walking back up this hill. And I did that 3 times last week as well, which was an absolute killer. This hill was such a killer. And, I am not in the shape I want to be in by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, I'm going to the gym. Yes, I'm exercising. Yes, I'm doing a lot of walking. But still, even though I've substantially built up my stamina from, 2 months ago, it's still not. X-Ray Girl posted her stats from not those stats. Her stats from going on this hike, and they were unbelievable. I messaged X-Ray Girl. I said I couldn't do what you just did. I said that's massively inspiring. So well done. But yeah, so I did. I had to take like halfway up the hill. I had to take like a 20-second break, like just stop at like halfway up, going for like 20 seconds to get my puff back, and then carry on up this like fucking hill like that, man. It's hideous, absolutely hideous. So there was a lot of exercise done last week. Now, admittedly, the last couple of days as well, I've been doing a lot of housework, just sorting stuff out. And one thing that's interesting about this sort of journey that I'm on is, before I started to do this, it's amazing the mindset that you're in, because the mindset that you're in is indicative of what you're currently involved with and what you're currently doing. So back before I started giving up energy drinks, alcohol, soda pop, takeaways, I would be consumed with food. That's what my mindset would be. My mindset would be get up, maybe possibly even order something in for breakfast, stream or do videos, and then when that finishes, you order a takeaway in. That would be my life. That takeaway is takeout. I think you call it takeout in America. If you go to like a McDonald's or something, takeout, I think you call it in America. We call it takeaway here in the UK. I think it was pretty obvious. You could have worked that one out. I think you're just being pedantic, but okay. So that's what it would just be. So you're always thinking about food, because you're thinking get up, order something in. And then you're thinking, finish, order something in. What should I get? Should I get a burger? Should I get a kebab? Should I get a pizza? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's all that's all my mindset was. Now, because I've been far more active, we call it a black hole on our bank account. That is 100% correct. Now, because I'm far more active, my mind isn't going in that direction anymore. It's not constantly thinking about food and whatnot. So the last couple of days, because I've taken a couple of rest days from the gym, because I was really fatigued after 5, plus the exercise I'd done during the week. I was really fatigued, and I just wanted to give my body a bit of a rest. But yesterday, it got to the point where I just wanted to do lots of housework, because I wanted to be active, but I didn't want to go to the gym. I still wanted to rest, but my body was just like itching to be active, which is a really good feeling. And because I was more interested in that, my mind's just not consumed with food. So normally I have 3 of these pre-made meals a day, but the last couple of days, I only had 2 a day. I only had 2 yesterday. I only had 2 on Friday. I've had 1 today so far. After this stream, I plan on having another one. There's no Sunday fun day today, because there's probably not going to be a Sunday fun day because for a few weeks, because X-Ray Girl, QBG, Jane, everybody's busy. The whole trip to the UK as well. So it might be a few more weeks until we get a Sunday fun day. Doesn't mean that I won't do something. But there's no technical Sunday fun day for the next few weeks. But I'm just sort of thinking, right, do this stream. When the stream ends, I'll get another meal. But then I'm thinking, what time? I'm going to hit the gym today. What time? What time should I hit the gym? Should I go? Should I go late? Should I go? Should I give it a couple of hours after my next meal and then just go. So that's sort of where my mind is. My mind at the minute is just like, when should we go to the gym? Because I do want to do something today, but next week my mate said I'm going Monday to Friday. I'm doing all 5 days, so I'm probably going to go all 5 days then. So if I go today, which I am going to do, that's going to be 6 days. So I'm just actually working out in my head, what's the best way to do this without destroying yourself? Should I just do cardio today? Or should I do a bit of cardio today and a bit of leg? Do some legs, and then tomorrow just do cardio. And then Tuesday, do a little bit of cardio, a little bit of upper body. That's where my brain is. And it's a nice place for your brain to be. When you're sort of working out those elements. I've started to do some. The bathroom's like the last room that really needs a good sorting out. Started on that yesterday as well. My bedroom, bit of a mess. Been sorting that out the last couple of days as well. So at the minute, my brain is just focused on being active. And it's such a nice mentality to be in. It's such a nice feeling to be in. And I have actually had a little bit of trouble sleeping. However, it's sort of because my body wants to be moving. So I'm thinking maybe I'm having a little bit of trouble sleeping because I've taken a couple of rest days and my body wants to be more active, and maybe my body didn't get the activity that it desired. So I found myself, I did fall asleep for a few hours last night. Then I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning or something. And I ended up getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and starting to do some housework. Because I just had this energy, And I ended up, I was just like looking in my bedroom. I was just stood in my bedroom thinking about what I should do, what I can do, which isn't going to be noisy and isn't going to wake up the neighbors. It's not like I can do hoovering at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like looking at my, I've got this, I got one of these. I got one of these in my bedroom. And I was just sort of like looking at it, thinking, okay, how, I need to dust this. So I need to take everything off and I need to start dusting it. And instead of just like stood there, and this is a nothing, by the way, but I just find it quite amusing. I was just stood there, but I wasn't stood there at all. I'm there looking at the shelves, thinking about what to do. But I'm like, I'm moving. I was shifting my feet. And moving from side to side as I was looking, because my body just wanted to be just move. It was weird. It was just weird. It wasn't just like looking, It was just doing that shifting, moving the feet. I don't know. It was bizarre. And then I did some housework, and then I went back to bed about 7 o'clock in the morning and slept for a few hours again. It's just kind of bizarre. It just felt like I had excess energy that needed to be burnt off. Ants in your pants, yes. Ants in your pants is how my grandma would have put it. God bless, R.I.P. my beautiful grandma. I think that's how much my grandma would have. That's how she would have put it. So anyway, let's get to a few more specifics. So last week, I went up a kilo, which meant I had gone back to instead of the 30 kilos lost, it went down to 29 kilos lost, because I went up the kilo last week. Kilo being 2.2 pounds, by the way. Just in case you need a conversion. 2.2 pounds. So I actually put on 2.2 pounds the previous week. So I got on the scales this morning. And then I got off the scales. And then I got back on the scales this morning and looked again, and it was identical. Then I got off the scales. Then I got back on the scales again and looked down. It was identical. So because what I tend to do is, because electronic scales are notoriously inaccurate. Okay, you could get on an electronic scale 3 times in a row, and it'll give you 3 different weights. So what I do is I get on 3 times, and I take the middle weight as my weight for the week, because it's electronic scales. I think that's the fairest way to do it. But this week, I went on, and all of them were identical. I lost 8.8 pounds this week. 4 kilograms. 4 kilograms. 8.8 pounds. It registered me as losing from this time last week. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So I got back the kilo that I put back on, and then took another 3 off. So I think in total, I think I worked this out in total. I'm now up to 72 pounds lost. I think it is 72 pounds lost in 20 weeks. Is it now? I'll have to check the exact weeks, but I think it's 72 pounds in 20 weeks. And remember, there was a 3-week period, well, 2-week period, 3 ways, but 2-week period that my weight just stayed the same. So I had a little bit of stagnation for 2 weeks, and then it started going again. So very happy, as you could probably tell, very happy with that result. But the thing is, folks, again, this is 20 weeks of a 2-year process for me. And again, I have to stress, the reason why it's a 2-year process is because that is the time I believe I will legitimately need to get to being a normal human being. If everything goes according to plan in those 2 years, that's another big thing. Is everything going to go according to plan? So yes, it's an incredible start, but there is a long way to go. There is a long way to go for me. Like I said, you can probably see changes in the face, changes in the upper body, but as we've stressed, it is the extremities that tend to lose the weight first. So the camera's nice and deceptive for me. The camera's being very kind to me. But I do have what do they say? It's 80% diet and 20% exercise, Stan. But turn your caps lock off. You know the caps lock rule for a start. So it's obviously the exercise is vital, because the exercise allows you to be more mobile. The more mobile that you can be, the more that you can do in general. The more active you are in general, the more calories you're burning in general. So even though they say it's 80% diet, 20% exercise is exceedingly important for that. Exceedingly important to maintain that. Wait, what? Late art? I lost 30 pounds and my boobs deflated. Can you send me a before and after pic of the bobs, and I'll judge for myself? Just trying. I'll just don't like to hear that. So we're 6 weeks away from half a year. So we're 6 weeks away from 25%. And that, you know, fingers crossed I can do some damage in the next 6 weeks. I'm not expecting another week like this next week. Because what another thing that your body does is your body does like to resist. So you might have seen some people in the chat say this. I spoke to my biological brother about this last week. You will get stagnations. And you get stagnations not because you're being lazy, not because you're not eating right. You get stagnations because your body is a big resistance tool. Your body loves the status quo, and your body hates change. So if you're the fittest person in the world, your body is always wanting you to exercise. If you're stagnant, your body's just like, come on, let's do something. And if you're the fattest of fucks, then if you get up and you start to do something, your body's like, whoa. What is this moving business? Sit yourself down. Your body loves what you are at that time. So you get resistances because your body is always trying to defy change because it's trying to maintain status quo. So it gets to a point where it has to capitulate. If you're going for it, then it gets to a point where it has to capitulate. Just God damn it, okay, I've got to pull energy from this fat now. I've got to pull the energy from the fat. But then your body will shore up again and it wants to resist again. So you go through these stagnation points. Because even though it's released the energy through burning fat, then it says, right, now that I've done that, let's stop. Stay like this. So your body resists. So you get these stagnation points. I think this week wasn't just a byproduct of so much exercise at the gym and whatnot. I think this week was also a byproduct of the body capitulating and giving up a bit of its resistance. And so it had to really call upon fat to burn this week. So I expect Bionic Sasquatch, I see you, dude. I will get to that soon, and thank you, man. So I do expect more resistance, but I'm going to try everything in my power to break it again. You know, like I said, I'm looking for 5 days at the gym. I'm looking this week again. I want to do another 5 day at the gym this week. Again, eating. I have developed a little bit of a crutch again, which I want to start breaking, which is protein bars. When I go to the gym, it's very easy for me to finish the gym and maybe get a protein bar from the vending machine. I want to try and diminish that substantially. Maybe twice a week. That's it. Then move that twice a week to maybe once a week. But I'm trying also not to demonize stuff. Sometimes you got to give your body a little bit of something nice. You have to. I can't live off boiled chicken and rice for the rest of my life. You know, I got to try and you know, just make sure that the body just gets a little bit of fun. Sometimes I do some intermittent fasting. It's not something I've gone deeply into. But if I can start getting my sleeping pattern a bit more on track. Oh, by the way, it looks like I'm going to take December off Friday Night Tights. I said I'm going to take some time off FNT soon. I need some time off to recharge. And it looks like I'm going to take December off FNT. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming. I'm going to be streaming hard for you. December's going to be a very heavy streaming month leading into Christmas, so we can have some fun together. So if I can get my sleeping pattern to be a bit more normal, sleeping during the night, awake during the day, I would like to explore the option of bringing on a personal trainer again. I would like to do that. At least explore explore that. Explore that. But yeah, it's been a great week. It's been a very successful week, and just from a mental standpoint, it really encourages you and spurs you on. And I have had multiple contacts from people. Again, I'm not going to say their names. I'm not trying to embarrass anyone or anything. But I have had multiple contacts from people that says, "As I'm this weight, I'm that weight. How did you do this? How did you start to do this journey?" And I keep having to refer people to the fact that even though I've been, very strict with the diet for the last 20 weeks and exercise for the last couple of months, I think I've been just like 2.5 months, 2 months at this current gym that I'm at. It all started back in December of last year with stopping energy drinks, and then a week later stopping fizzy pop. And then a little bit after that, a couple of weeks after that, 2 or 3 weeks after that, stopping alcohol. And then a couple of months after that, I think it was, stopping fast food. So I was putting little foundations into place before I went on to the big thing. I put these foundations were put into place. So by the time I started the I don't like to use dietary side. I prefer lifestyle change because it's not a diet that I'm on. I'm eating good food. I'm eating rice. I'm eating pork, chicken, beef. I'm eating good food, fun food. One of my pre-made meals is a spaghetti bolognese. It's gorgeous, but it's all about balancing carbs, proteins, and fats. So even though I'm doing all that, I was what, 200 odd days into not drinking energy drinks and fizzy pop and alcohol. I was around, I was around about that state. If I don't have a pre-made meal in, then my go-to meal will be steak. It will be. I'll get a ribeye. I'll get a ribeye and I'll cook up a ribeye. Spike bowls high in carbs. My food is balanced in terms of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. The food that I'm eating is pre-made meals made by a nutritionist company who are balancing weight loss foods. So my meals are all between 370 and 470 calories a meal. And I have 3 meals a day. So it's all balanced. It's all balanced. Carbs aren't a demon to me. They're not a demon. They are to me. Carbs are necessary to function. So some people like to go for a meat only. That's fine. You do you. That's great. If it works for you, fantastic. I'm trying to build a different mentality in my brain. I'm not trying to demonize food. I'm trying to look at food and I'm trying to understand what I feel is good and what I feel is not. So I would prefer it if I went the rest of my life without drinking another fizzy drink again. Will that happen? I don't know. I doubt it. But it would be great if I do. But I also have to understand that, will I never have a chocolate bar again? I'm probably going to have a chocolate bar again. So I'm trying to build up the mentality of, if you're in a situation where you're having a chocolate bar or something, make it just a chocolate bar. Don't make it a packet of chocolate bars. Don't make it a packet of biscuits. You know what I mean? And I also don't mean that in a sense that I'm going to get to a point and go, right, I'm going to stop the pre-made meals, or I'm going to stop this mentality, and now I'm going to start going to the shops and buying biscuits and chocolate bars and crisps and all that kind of stuff, and have them in my... No, that's not actually what I'm looking to do. But I'm also appreciating that there might be a circumstance or a situation that I'm in where I might require one or might be open to one. Like if I go hiking, for instance, if I'm out hiking, a chocolate bar sometimes is a great thing to have to give you that immediate energy that you can burn, because they're empty calories, you can burn and keep you energetic on the hike. You know, I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying it's an exact science, but so I'm not looking to ever buy those things in. But I also understand that life is very fluid and we can't always determine what situations we're going to be in. I could be at my nephew's birthday and there's going to be cake there and there's going to be snack food. Fine. But there are certain things, even though I'm talking about not demonizing stuff, there are certain things that I don't want to have again. And you know, fizzy pop, it's poison. It's poison. It's just poison. So yeah, it's something that I am just trying to complete and utterly avoid. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm okay with my water, with my coffee and tea. I'm okay with that. When I go to the gym, we have there is a machine with water which has flavored water which has electrolytes in them. So it's good to utilize that when I go to the gym. Is get myself some of the flavored water, which is nice, no sugar, sugar-free, but has vitamins and electrolytes in it. That's great. So it kind of satiates all those cravings that I would have. But before I'd started any of this, the cravings were all that I wanted to have. Now they're not. I'm not craving a pizza. I'm not craving burgers. I'm not craving soda. I'm not craving chocolate. I'm not craving that anymore. I'm hungry now. My stomach's telling me I'm hungry now. But that to me just says, okay, when we finish this stream, put one of my meals in, eat my meal. That's going to sort me out. Now, let's do a little bit of housework. Now, let's do a little bit of this or a little bit of that. A little bit wee, a little bit whoa. But before any of this started, like I said, my mind was just in a situation where it's literally working out what I was going to stuff in my big fat face that day. What we're going to stuff in the face today? We're going to have a Chinese. We're going to have a Mexican. We're going to have a pizza. We're going to have a burger. We're going to have a kebab. That was all I was concerned about. doing a stream, finishing a stream, getting something dirty, getting some soda, and I could not function without soda pop. I could not function without fizzy pop. Not at all. Back then, it was an absolute addiction. Absolute addiction. And this is an addiction, by the way, that my friends have seen in me. And a couple of times they've actually tried to prevent me or prevented me from getting fizzy pop. And I could tell there was a problem because that got me mad with them. I was getting angry with them that they were stopping me from getting fizzy pop. That's when you know you got a problem. That's when you know something is well, you are addicted. You are addicted to something, a mental addiction and a physical addiction. Because my mind would obviously want it and my body would crave it. And that stuff is poison. It's poison. You know, God knows the damage it's done to my kidneys, man. Fucking hell. Dread to think. So, to now be out of that mindset, to now be out of that addictive cycle. Oh, Nick, I could drink 2 liters of soda, 2 liters of fizzy pop a day. Full fat, full sugar, no problem. You put a 2-liter bottle of pop in front of me, I'll destroy that in a day. I'll destroy that in a day. No problem. Easy. Bring on another. Bring on another. Hideous. Hideous, hideous. I'm not telling anyone not to drink it. I'm not going down that moralistic route. I'm just saying that for me, it was a major problem for me, and it was dominating my life, dominating it. I could forfeit a takeaway, but I could not forfeit not having my fizzy pop that day. No. And I'd be, yeah, I mean, folks, you've seen, there will be people here in the chat who have seen me stream and have seen me destroy multiple energy drinks in a stream, in a one stream. And I do recall there was a day, I can't remember how long ago. I'm going to say, let's just say for argument's sake, about 3 years ago. There was a day about 2 or 3 years ago where I drank, I can't remember if it was 6 or 8 energy drinks in one day. The monsters. It was either 6 or 8 monster rippers, I think it was, in one day. And I thought my heart was gonna fucking explode. I thought my heart was just going to explode. And I'll tell you something even more scary. I didn't care. That was the scary thing. I didn't care. I just wanted to drink it. I didn't care if I think it's the 500 ml, the Monster 500, like the 500 ml ones. I didn't care. That's a bad headspace right there. That is a bad headspace to be in. So what? You could have a heart attack. Yeah. Well, that is not a good place to be. I did have a tolerance, Aaron. I definitely had a tolerance to it because I was drinking them so I was probably drinking 3 energy drinks a day. Depression, I don't know. I don't like to play that depression game. I don't like to play the depression game. But during COVID, being locked away in my house, and obviously, as I've stressed before, locked away in the house. Just here, I live in the middle of nowhere. I live on my own, locked in the house. Just stuff piling up here. Stuff piling up everywhere. In here, downstairs, in the kitchen, in my bedroom. Yeah, Joey, I think apathy is a good word to use. I just didn't care. Definitely, I don't want to play the depression game. I was definitely in a. My head was in a different planet, on a different planet completely. I think I just felt disconnected. I think disconnected is a good word to use. I think I just felt disconnected from everything. I would come on and I would stream and I'd put on a nice happy face because the lockdown was tough for everyone. And a lot of people were struggling. Even people who had families were struggling. So even though they had their families there, sometimes that could be a curse to be, too much. And so you'd go on stream and people were in a bad place and you wanted to entertain them. And you wanted to put a smile on their face, and you didn't want to burden them with what was going on with you. I just wanted people to laugh. That's all I ever want. That's pretty much all I want to do. If that laugh comes at my expense, I'm okay with that. I say some dude's got a nice rack. What the fuck ever, But so you don't want to burden others. They got their own fucking shit to deal with. We've all got problems in life. None of us are any exception. We've all got our issues. We've all got our struggles. We've all got our strifes. We all have our successes as well. But like I said, I ain't gonna burden people with any of that shit. There's been last couple of years been some weird shit going on. My mum's had cancer. She's gone through cancer. She's been treated. She's now cancer free. I didn't discuss any of that because I found stuff like that. I can say it now because she's cancer free. But you don't want to when you're online. You don't want to. There's people that will use information like that for self-benefit. And I hate that. I think that's vile. So you deal with it as you should deal with it in private. My uncle passed away during COVID. I took a couple of weeks off FNT. But I didn't discuss it. I didn't discuss it on stream. I didn't discuss it in any of the things, and that was 2 years ago. This September, two years ago. So you don't want to. A, you don't want to burden other people with your own problems, and B, you don't want to be seen as trying to use adversity benefit you, because there's a lot of streamers that will do that. And I think that's absolutely vile. So there's people here in the chat that have gone through all of that stuff with their families, with their loved ones, with their friends. We're all in the same boat. The only difference is that I'm just some knobhead that puts on a webcam and talks to you guys. But we're all the same. I'm no better than anyone here. We all have the same. We all have our struggles. Yeah, I'm looking big time at DSP. There's one of them. But you know, it's life. We discussed that at the beginning of the show. It's life, and we all go through life. And yeah, that's just the way things are. So yeah, I just you know, I had my own shit to deal with during the lockdown. I mean, I think from an aesthetic point, I think you could see there was stuff going wrong because up until the lockdowns, you know, my office for the most part would be a relatively clean office in terms of things would look normal. And then, you know, the lockdown happened and then suddenly, you know, you could see stacks of shit up here, stacks of shit up here, stacks of shit up here. Because there's nowhere else for them to go. Legalize outhood. I see you. I'll get to that soon, buddy. Thank you. There's nowhere else for them to go. So I think if you go, not from a weight, I've always been, but if you just look at the background of streams from pre-2020, and then look at streams from 2020 to 2022. This room turns into a fucking shit tip, man. Turns into, I like to call it a warehouse. Turns into a fucking warehouse. And then last year, boom. Reached out to my Mr. Porkchop brother-in-law and needed to address it. And that was the hardest step to take. Now we've got things sorted, you know. Hello. Things are sorted. Yeah, I'm going to put that. I've got a fan there. That fan's going to go into the downstairs under the into the cupboard under the stairs, utility closet. Got a couple of Lego sets that don't have a home at the minute, admittedly, on the floor. The lovely lights that Bashy Washy got me, but unfortunately the stickers on the back lost their stick and they fell down. I want to find somewhere a bit more conducive for them on the surface. Just a couple of bits and bobs down here which need to go up, but yeah, they lost their stick. They lost their stick, Bashy. They're just down there, dismantled at the moment. They lost the stick and they fell down. I've got to sort that back out. So yeah, it's, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Ooh. Ooh. Oof. It's a thing. Reet. Let's get into some super duperies from the chat. Oi, go away. Thank you. Let's go some super duperies from the chat. But yeah, we've got. I've stressed this before. I'll stress it again. Love the man, hate the man, indifferent to the man. One thing I'll always take away from Jordan Peterson is clean your room. Again, I must stress that. That is the best piece of advice I think I've ever heard. Well, best piece of advice I've heard in a long, long time, put it that way, is clean your room. Get this clean so that this can be clean. And it's absolutely true. It's amazing that once you do clear out the clutter and you do clear out the mess, it does clear up the mess here as well. And it just allows you to think more critically and more logically and more proactively. And that has been a huge springboard for what I'm trying to do in this 2-year plan. A massive springboard for that. So, yeah, big ups, Hail Lobster. I've got my Hail Lobster t-shirts. Might be able to fit into them soon. Be even better. So yeah, it's a piece of advice which has worked thoroughly. Boobs. Read. I'm getting the black book out, folks, because everybody who requested that their super chat from August this month go into the Mojo Dojo Casa de Az fund, it's now crossed off because it all went in. Got paid early by YouTube this month. Got paid on the 23rd. Normally we get paid on the 25th in the UK. And I put what I put into the mortgage fund, and I'll be honest, I didn't even add this up. I just matched what I put in, which is a little bit more than that. But I just matched it and put it in. Because last month you went crazy, like absolutely crazy. So I want to give a massive thank you. So that it went in. If you want proof, I'll be quite happy to provide it to one of my moderators that can verify that it did go in. But yes, so thank you. So it's not. So it's just people who do super chat. Not asking anyone to super chat. Never would do that. But it just gives you a little bit of control if you want me to snort it up with the no sherbet off a hooker's ass, or to put it towards the Casa de Az. So we're on to September. We're on to September now. Boom, there you go. And I say that because Brass Monkey with a $20 says house fund. That's why there's a house there. And a salute. So Brass Monkey, thank you so much indeed, dude. Thank you so much indeed. Is the mortgage is the mortgage fund. The Casa de Az fund is all part of the 2-year plan. It's all part of the 2-year plan. Where are we going to be after 2 years? Who knows? But I will admit, I did tease myself this week. I did tease myself by going back onto the rightmove.co.uk website, having a look at some casas. And I'm just saying to myself, soon, just another year and a half, soon. Let's see where we are. So Brass Monkey, you're a real one, and I love you, man. Thank you so much. Eddie Brock with a 2-year fitty says, will you review the Robin Hood series, the next Batwoman? I will definitely be checking out the first episode. Let's see the trailer. It is there's a 30-second teaser trailer. Oh, wait. Is there a wait? Oh, there is a minute. We might have a slightly bigger trailer here. Let's have a look. Headphones are on. I gotta hear this. Let's this isn't Fortnite. This is the new Robin with a Y Hood series. You can see. That's how rich white people speak, by the way. Rich white people say that little black girls rapping about stealing from people's sexy. Okay. I'm sure that's rich. Where does it say give to the poor or return the money stolen? Where does it say that?
It's ours. And give what we steal to our people.
Oh, so we rob from the rich to give to our people. What does our people mean? What does our people mean? Can we speculate on that? Is our people a little dark? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to imply? Are you trying to imply that you're stealing from the people to give reparation? In Canada? September 27th. Oh! Oh, be still my beating heart. Be still, my darling. Oh, boy. Oh, knock at the door, BRB. I'm back. I forgot that I ordered something from Amazon. I ordered a... Look at that. Ran downstairs, ran upstairs. Just saying. Charge and play kit. For the Starfield pad, because we're going to be Starfielding this week. Friday. Big Starfield day. That looked absolutely garbage. Absolute garbage. So rob from the white to give to their people. That's a quote, by the way. That's just a quote. The director's name is X. No, his name is Director X. Now, Director X sent me a private message on Instagram. It's stacked. Sent me a private message on Instagram as a response to the video that I did about Robin with a Y hood. I'm trying to I haven't deleted it. I'm trying to keep it because I want to use it in a future video. I think I'm sure that I accepted it. Did I accept? Maybe I haven't accepted it, but it's got to be. Oh man, don't say I deleted it. Please don't. Just scrolling through the messages. Anyway, he did a response video response Instagram to my video about my thoughts on Robin Hood, and he was very mad. I made him cry, but more importantly, the video was absolute trash. The audio was appalling. The way that he put the camera was unbelievably bad. Now you could say, well, it's just an Instagram video. Come on, man. Well, no, you're the director of this, and you can't even direct your fucking mobile phone. I'll find it. I'll find it on his Instagram. It'll be there somewhere. I'll find it. I'll pull it. I want to use it for another video. But Director X, apparently, he mainly produces music videos. And he's done some high-profile music videos in the past. Now, he thinks, the reason why I didn't respond to his response to my video was because I was absolutely convinced all he wanted was me to continue to talk about it to give him free publicity. So I'll talk about it when it works for me, not when it works for you. So now that we've got a trailer for it, it's going to work for me again. So now we're going to bring that video out of him having a response and getting mad at the white boy, who doesn't even care about Robin Hood. Hi, I'm British. This is where the fucking hero originated, you fucking dumb bint. He's not a bint, but he is a bint because he's a fucking woman. He's not a woman, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like it when people from another country tell people from the country that the hero originated in that they don't care about the hero and they don't understand how entrenched the folklore of Robin Hood is to the British people. And then I think he used some white guy mad at black people stuff. Obviously, pathetic race baiter, pathetic racist that hides behind his own color. Typical leftist racist. And you can tell he's leftist because of this communist fucking shit that he thinks he's doing here. Yeah, this is now going to work for me now that this trailer's out. So probably get a video about Robin with a Y. Hood, the pop group, the rap group's called The Hood, and they live at Sherwood and Forest. I was discussing this with Graham Nolan yesterday on TwitTwat. Robin Hood has been simplified. People think that Robin Hood just stole from the rich and gave to the poor. That isn't actually the true story, the true context. The context is that when King Richard was fighting in the Crusades and his brother was on the throne, the levels of corruption from government were so high that they would steal from people, they would put high levies on products, they would tax people through the wazoo. That was the stealing from the poor. It was government abuse of people. What Robin did was steal the people's money back. So he would rob from the rich being the landowners, the people who benefited from the corrupt taxations, levies, thefts of people's properties, and return back to them the money, the property that they had to give up due to the corruption. It wasn't a simplistic, it's been simplified to steal from the rich and give to the poor, but there is a much more context behind it. Robin Hood is about abuse of governmental power over the people. The levels of corruption in the higher up against the working man and working woman in today's day and age. But back then it'd be, you know, that's what it was about. So this stuff here, we're going to steal from the corrupt corporations and just give to our people. Arbitrarily just give it to our people. Our people. That kind of sounds like some entitlement shit there, actually. It doesn't sound like that's been particularly well thought out. Maybe the show will add some more context to it. The trailer sure as hell didn't. It just said steal from the rich to give to our people. I'm pretty sure that the corporation that they are benefiting from, the people who they're stealing from, that money's come from all kinds of places. Not just black people, white people, Asian people, brown people, but you're just concerned with your people, according to the trailer. Your people. Hmm. 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 Interesting. It's going to be dog shit. And then they're going to rap about their crimes. I can't wait for them to start discussing Instagram metrics in the show. Hey, 500,000 people watched our latest rap of us stealing from White Man Corpo. You notice how every villain was white. Every villain was white. The two white corporate guys, the white Karen police officer, and all the victims were black. It's gonna be dog shit. It's gonna be dog shit. It's gonna be dog shit. Director X. Oh, dude, I'm gonna make you cry. Gonna make you cry. Gonna make you cry. You racist piece of shit. Reet, where do we get to? The Rainbow Wizard with a $5 says, good morning, Avers, and have a blessed day. Thank you. You too. Have a good one. Liz Gatehouse has been a sorcerer for 10. You are amazing. Thank you, Az, for inspiring me to give it Soda Pop. Finally, day 12 and counting. Keep it going, Liz. Keep it going. Keep it going. Slappy McSlapster has been a sorcerer for 7. Watch them run, watch them fall, watch them try to carry a ball. Olympics, Special Olympics. R.I.P. Crypt Daddy. Yeah, R.I.P. Crypt Daddy, man. Oh, man. Oh, I was so hoping Donovan was just doing another one of his silly jokes, but no, we lost Crypt Daddy, which is such a shame. Best name I can think of with the $5 is my 100% Mexican friend saw Blue Beetle and said it pissed him off because there's no way that sister would be fed in that house without a job. She was well fed. She was well fed. It's always nice. It's always nice to see an obnoxious, entitled bitch like her. She was the worst character in the show. And, well, her in the film, her and Rudy were just the worst characters. Just awful. Ancient Mariner's been a sorcerer. Oh, hold on. I missed one. Get to you in a moment, sir. Jun Wong with a 5 Australian says, don't sweat it as. Sounds like good riddance to bad rubbish. Some people cannot be pleased. I am very pleased to hear you entertain us. Thank you, man. Yeah, I just, it's as if you don't know who I am. I just try, never mind. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Because it kind of sounds like you don't actually. Anyway, Ancient Mariner with a Sorcerer for 6 says, have you watched Johnny Law? He's a YouTuber that reminds me if you and Disbrew had a child, kind of a guy I could picture in the Tights gang. I've never heard of them. Sorry. No shade. No shade. Never heard of them. Sorry. Kung Fu Hot Dog has been a member for 3 of the Sorcerer level. Says, hey, babyface, you hot man. How soundproof is your room? And did you ever annoy the neighbors? I live in London and, dislike it like me. My wall here is a solid stone wall. So believe it or not, sound doesn't travel massively through stone walls. A little bit, maybe. But no, I see my neighbor from that side a fair bit. And we say hello and we chat to each other. The only time I've ever had a conversation with him about noise is he was asking me if his new dog was barking too much. And was it pissing me off? No, I don't hear your dog barking through the stone walls. So no, I said, no, I don't hear a thing. And he's just like, oh, thank goodness. So I don't think he has a problem with the sound. Or if he does, he's certainly keeping it to himself. So Ubi-san with a $2 says, have you read or seen a thing called Battle Royale? I seen or heard of a thing called Battle Royale. Hold on. Let me. This is a picture of Instagram where I had a little bit of an injury. Couldn't hit the gym. I was pissed off about it. Oh! What's this in the background? What's this in the background here? It's a framed, original cinema poster for Battle Royale. Yeah, I might have heard of it. Might just be one of my favorite films of all time as well. Just saying. Just saying. Travels and Conversations with a 40 squiggly bit says, Namaste from India, bro. Love your content. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Hope things are well in India Shire. Or as I like to call it, part of the empire. Nick Brown with a hot dog yum for $1. Josh Knight. Oh, hold on. Actually, hold on, Josh. Before we get to you, let me just get something. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Okay. Do you want to see a little bit of cancer, folks? Let's see a little bit of cancer, shall we? A little bit of cancer.
I think that.
I saw this, so now you have to, okay? You ready? I don't apologize.
Think of the ice cream. Ice cream, so good. Think of the ice cream. Think of the heart me. I heart you too. Think of the glizzies. 100 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive. Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive. Think of the ice cream. Ice cream, so good.
This is why we can't have nice things, everybody. This is why we can't have nice things. Josh Knight with a $11.11 says, I'm off to church. Love and blessings to you in the chat, brothers and sisters. Want an inspiring morning, prayer, and as. Thank you, Josh. Love you, brother. Champions Club member. Firm handshakes. Hope you had a good time at church, bud. Shock 2957 with $5 says Starfield. Yes. I will be playing Starfield this Friday on the early access. Boobs. I've already bought it. I'm just waiting till Thursday. Thursday you can preload it. I even got the Starfield pad and headsets downstairs. I really want it to be good. I really do. I really do. My concern is that it might be really boring. That's my concern. I genuinely, legitimately want to be wrong. I do. I would like nothing more than a nice space adventure. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? Sure, Bob's. Cloth off. I really do. I'd love to have a space epic. I'd love to, you know, oh man. I'm so, I don't want to get excited. I don't want to get hyped because it's Bugthester, and the last thing we saw from them, the last major thing we saw from them was, of course, full shite 76. And that was just a mitigated garbage. So but you see, everyone who says you're just made up of hate. Well, kind of, yes. But I am the eternal optimist. I really am. Every time something that you know is going to be shite or something comes out, there's that part of my heart which is just like, oh, please be good. Oh, please. So yes, I will be playing it on Friday, this coming Friday. Fingers crossed I'm going to start at 9 a.m. would be nice. And stream pretty much all the way through to FNT. Do FNT, then go to the gym, go home, go sleep, get up, ready for another day. But I want to put in a really, really good stint on Friday of Starfield. And I just do really hope it. Best name I can think of with the $5 says best advice I ever got. If you want to kick ass, you need to get off yours. Good stuff. I get that. D Breezy with his $10 for the demonetization. Shall we see how last week did? How did last week's afternoon tea? We're already demonetized today. What? Ah! What have I done today? Last week's afternoon tea with us was demonetized. So we're the last three afternoon after six monetized afternoon teas in a row. We went with a blocked worldwide and followed by 2 back-to-back demonetizations. And this afternoon tea with us is currently demonetized. Two secs. Sorry, I was trying to type something. I couldn't even remember letters. I needed to type an acronym and I couldn't even remember fucking letters. Anyway, so thank you, D Breezy. Your prophetic super chats, pretty much every afternoon tea, become more and more prophetic as the weeks go on. Bionic Sasquatch with a $50 says, I too have started going to the game and on a diet. You, sir, have inspired me. I am the age of Gary, 54, and have set a goal for myself from listening to you and giving me hope. I can do it. You can, dude. It's not easy. No, it's not. But I am doing it. Cheers to you, Az. Thank you, dude. No, I mean, that is honest to goodness one of the things which motivates me the most to keep going is the fact that I have received a lot of emails from you people. What do you mean? Yeah, I said you people. I have received a lot of emails from people about being inspired to go on their own journeys because of the afternoon tea with us and sharing, how we're getting on and progress and whatnot. And that in turn motivates me. It motivates me because, as I said, one of the reasons, it's just too high. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring back afternoon tea with Az as a regular show was the accountability. Was the accountability for the journey that I'm on. Because if I wasn't accountable, I'm not saying it would happen, but it can easily happen. But if I didn't have that accountability, then it certainly lends itself to potential failure, to potential lacks, whether it be won't go to the gym this week, or I'll get myself some chocolate, whatever it may be. But if you're not accountable, then who's going to be there? Who's going to be there? Because I'm not fibbing. I don't want to. There's no point in me fibbing about what's going on, because if I'm fibbing, then it's going to come a point 6 months down the line where you're going to go, you're giving us these stats on what you're losing every week. You're fatter now than you were before. A little bit confused, bud. Can you tell us what's going on? And you go, oh yeah, that stuff. Actually, I've just been gorging on chocolate and fucking Coca-Cola the last 6 months. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My bad. So there's no point. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me to be able to hold myself accountable every week. And it spurs me on, and like I said, getting those emails from people going on their own journeys, seeing people post their own stats about what they've cut out or whatnot. It gives me more drive. It gives me more drive to succeed, because I do kind of feel we're in it together, And it's that Dunkirk spirit, they used to call it back in my day. It's called Dunkirk spirit. It's where you're all working together, to try and achieve the goal. Sabinic Sasquatch, thank you for Fiddy, dude, really appreciate that. Sophia N with a $5 says, you've been such an inspiration to me. I've lost 1 kilo this week. By the way, Sophia is one of the people who emailed me. If you don't, I'm not obviously going to go into the email, Sophia, but Sophia actually was one of the people that emailed me about going on their own journeys. You've been such an inspiration to me. I've lost 1 kilogram this week. That's 2.2 pounds. That's really good. When I started Wednesday, tried starting Monday, but wound up in hospital. Don't do that. Don't do that if you can. But I hope you're all right. But that's great. 2.2 pounds. Solid. That's solid stuff. Really good stuff. Philip H. With a €6 says, for the Hoose Fund. For the Hoose Fund, keep up the good progress. Thank you, Philip. Done in the book. September is off. And it goes, douche. Boinky boo. There you go. It's in September. Boobs. Oh. I'm just telling the person who sent me that video of the guy that if I had to see it, so did the chat. Brian McCann with a $1 fiddy. Just gonna say chocolate. Now I've got chocolate on the brain. Hot dog, yum. Thank you, Brian. Jeez, I think I'm going to go back to the hot dog, because that hot dog yum's now giving me fucking cancer. Felipe Abrigo with a 5,000 Chilean potatoes says, hi, Az, very happy with your progress. May I recommend cold showers? You can recommend what the fuck you want, mate. Also, dude, you need to sleep tight at the same time every day. Very important. No protein bars. Those are poison. Felipe, there are many things that I need to do that I don't or can't, but I am trying. I am trying. Progress, not perfection. Isn't that what they say? Sophia Ren with a $5 says, look up set point theory and Matador study. Good info on chronic dieting /rebound. being fat with an MS in nutrition caused imposter syndrome. Drink a liter of water a day. Well, I mean, I do. Okay. Fuck. I forgot to swallow. By the way, I've got cold water dripping onto my testicles right now. I got cold water dripping on my testicles. Quite uncomfortable. Sorry, Jeremy. I'm just getting water on your merch. I am wearing pants, but the cold water was just literally dripping onto my balls. Well, it was dripping onto my, but joking. Of course, my testicles smell beautiful. Dr. Gordo with a 2 Canadian 79 says, have you discovered a snack slash treat on your journey? Well, as I said, the one that I've sort of gravitated towards at the moment is a protein bar, which isn't necessarily the best thing to gravitate towards. So other than that, not really, no. I did try some of the keto treats when I first started. Yeah, I'm very wet. Ladies. I did try some keto treats when I started this, and fucking minging. They are minging. Minging, mate. Minging. So no, I don't know where we can really go. Fuck off, Brian. Sorry. Brian McCann with a $1.50 ice cream. Yum. Dave Grimes has been a sorcerer for 17 months. Sorry, I'm just wet. Just wet. Yeah, I've got a compression top. Underneath. Dave Grimes with a sorcerer for 17 says, hey, Laz, don't you love in Ahsoka that the captain of the ship carrying a high-profile prisoner says, that ship's not Jedi, and I'll let them on board? Yeah, the show is abysmally written. It's abysmal. Abysmal would be a compliment. The beginning was some of the most embarrassing Star Wars I've seen. Embarrassing from the structure of it gives the audience no credit that they have a brain cell. And you are only as intelligent as a show as your writing, and the writing was that of a drooling vegetable. The dialogue, the story, the character, absolutely appalling. It's a god awful show. God awful show. It really, really is. Draconic Ice Mage has gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Dude, thank you. Boobs. Appreciate you. And Dragonic Ice Mage with a $5 says, sorry, as I can't stay, but figured I'd wish you a happy Sunday and can't wait to see you on Real BBC. Thank you, man. Real BBC on my channel this week. My channel this week, and fun time will ensue. Desert Pirate with a $2 says, what made you care? That's where I'm at. That's a really good question, Desert Pirate. It's quite a difficult one to answer. I think it got to the point. I mean, I discussed this. I think I discussed this last week. But so forgive me if I'm repeating myself here, folks. But or no, I actually no. I think I discussed this on the podcast I did with Chrissy Mayer. But at the arse end of 2021, at Christmas of 2021, when I went to see my family for Christmas, and I just realized how immobile I was. When you're with active people, I had my nephew running around like a blue-ass fly, my sister, Mr. Porkchop, her partner, even my mum, my at the time 77, 78-year-old mum, my brother, my biological brother. I was just near immobile. I was, my back was just in shambles. My right knee was just fucking destroyed. And being with them, I just realized that if, and I'm sorry for using this dramatic language, but it's the truth. I just realized, sat there, that if I didn't make a change, I'm gonna die soon, like very soon, if I don't make a change. And obviously, I had all of the shit going on here, the warehouse that was this house. I couldn't move anywhere because of just the shit piled everywhere. And I reached out to my sister's partner, Mr. Porkchop, my brother from another mother. I just reached out to him. At Christmas, he said to me, if you need anything, get in touch. So I think I'd said to him a couple of times, I'm in a bit of a fucked up spot right now. And I realized that I wasn't going to be here for too much longer, and I kind of do want to be here for a while longer, a little bit longer. I don't want to bow out just yet. It would be nice to watch my nephew grow up. That would be wonderful. It would be nice to do a couple of things that I've never been able to do in life. Travel to Japan, and I did the thing which is the hardest thing to do, which is to reach out to somebody and say, I need help. I need help. I don't need judgment. I just need help. And Mr. Porkchop did that. Desert Pirate. He didn't judge. He didn't judge me. And he's been helping, sort things out the last near couple of years with me now, year and a half. And we've been having fun along the way, not so much maybe at the beginning for him, but now we're into the fun part because we're pretty much dealing with cabinets and toys and shit like that, because essentially everything's now done. But it's just the hardest thing, Desert, is to ask for help. It really is. And I was full of pride and shame. And I didn't want to reach out. I didn't want to reach out to anyone, but I realized that unless I do, it's game over, dude. It's game over, man. And yeah, so I bit the bullet and I reached out, and Mr. Porkchop has been coming up, and we sorted out the house. And as I said earlier, to go back to what I said earlier about Jordan Peterson and cleaning your room, cleaning the house cleaned my brain and allowed me to think clearer, more rationally, more logically, and allowed me to get my head into a position that I can tackle what I'm now tackling. And yes, it's still got a long way to go, but I'm on that road now, and I'm 72 pounds down in 20 weeks. It's the small steps have all started to come together to start making some bigger steps, some strides. And if I could give you just one piece of advice, Desert, it's reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody you trust and ask them for help, not judgment. And if they are as good a friend as you believe them to be, then they will be there for you. And I wish you nothing but love and success, dude. Nothing but love and success. I'm doing a lot of cardio at the gym. Doing a lot of cardio at the gym. So keep me, do us a favor, mate, and you keep me informed about how you're getting on with that. Yeah? How about that? How about that? Legalize Adulthood with a $50 Legalize Adulthood. Thank you, dude. It's morning tea with Legalize Adulthood for the bankers. Gun in the book. Legalize Adulthood. Thank you. Way too generous, man. You're one of these way too generous people. Very fortunate to have people like you. Thank you, man. Boom. In it goes. Remember, I don't care what. Well, obviously, if you're donating 5,000 rubies, I've got to change it into. I've got to do a switch change. I don't care if it's Canadian dollars, American dollars. I just convert it straight to quid, so that $50 becomes £50. I don't do all that convert. You know, it's just a nice way for me to pad out the mortgage fund. And Leagues Like 100, thank you so much again, man. $50. Thank you so much. D. Bruzy with a $10 says, one of my favorites, Jordan Peterson, Rule 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else, not to who someone else is today. That's that again. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. That's a really good one because I do. That's what I'm sort of trying to do. Is every day I want to see a change. I don't care what that change is. I want whether or not that change is a me going to the gym and a physical change, or whether it's me making a mental change. Don't be stagnant today. Do something. Do some housework. Do some cleaning. Do something, but be active. Just these little changes. Yesterday you weren't so active. You took a rest because of this. Today, be more proactive. Just things like that. So yeah, I think that's a great one. Bob Jester 28 with the $10 says, bless you, as you give me hope when I have none. Last week I gave dollars for the house. This week it's for Belle. She got like 300 fucking quid. Right. Boom. It's gone into the Bell Fund. Who's got about £300 saved up. I'm gonna look to get Bell something nice this week, and let's see if we can have it in place for next afternoon tea with Az. Let's. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna put some of that Bell Fund into to good use. Let's see where we get. Right. Legalize adulthood again with a $10. Says steal from the rich to give to you people. Yeah, I said it. For the bankers. Whoa, she said, well, it said on the screen, steal from the rich. And then she said in the trailer, bump, and it goes, to give to us, their neighborhood. Like I said, maybe there's more context, but fuck it, I'll say it. I'm demonetized anyway. I'll fucking say it. This show seems to be based upon race and not. And race and entitlement and not doing the right thing. But we'll see. But that's what the trailer says to me. The trailer says to me this is about race and entitlement, victimhood, and intersectionality, which is basically victimhood. And not about governmental abuse of everyone. This is, oh, woe is us. Which is very symptomatic of fucking lefty twat waffles today. Paul Turner with a $10 says there are only commies when they think they have something to gain. If they had any idea of the horrors that communists actually inflicted on people they purported to rule, they would run screaming. Well, you see, we are very lucky in the left. We are very blessed with the lifestyles that we lead. Hell, I don't want to be belittling homeless people, but we have homeless people with TikTok accounts and mobile phones. That's where some of our homeless are. Homeless people with TikTok accounts, mobile phones, and they are recording themselves and uploading them every day. If you have homeless people with mobile fucking phones, Lord help us. But I think a lot of these fucking idiots, they're not communists. They're not Marxists. Do you know what they are? They're fucking lazy, is what they are. They are fucking lazy. And they believe that communism, Marxism, is where the government allows you to sit on your fucking sofa and contemplate life and, oh my God, what should I do today? While the government plows you full of fucking money to do that. That's what they think it is. Because they're fucking dumb. They have no idea about what communism has brought throughout the years. The hundreds of millions that have died because of it. I'm not saying that capitalism is the most... is the greatest of systems in as much as it is very prone to abuse, for sure. But it's definitely the one that's worked the best. Because at least it's rooted in people working hard and succeeding. As opposed to people with their fucking hands out asking for coin to do fuck all because they're lazy fucks. Which a lot of these people are. That's all they are. Just fucking lazy. So most of it, I think, is just pure ignorance, but you are dealing with ignorant people. And maybe one day they'll discover firsthand. Let's just say on that day, they won't be having a fun time. Talk about digging your own grave. That's pretty much communism, literally and figuratively. Andy Masterson has been a bard for 23 months. Thank you, Andy. And Ronaldo Guilherme Melo Santos. I said that perfectly, by the way. Sorry, mate. Totally butchered the name Ronaldo. has become a member at the bad level. Thank you, dude. By the way, Star Trekker, I see you, and I'll get to you soon, but massive thank you, dude. But I just wanted to, I saw that. I'll get to it soon. Thank you so much, man. That is crazy. Crazy. Brotherly bruh with a $10 says, take my shills. Yes, I will take your shills. Thank you. Appreciate you. Excuse me. Hold on. I've got dry mouth. You know, when I stuck all that water in my mouth and didn't swallow, maybe I should have done. Ian Soforth with a 15 quid. Thank you, Ian. Says, hey, if you saw something dirty in a man, innocently, do you ever get sometimes where you look at a word and for some reason your brain just cannot work out what that word fucking says? I was looking at that and I was just like, what does that say? What does that word even say? And then it was just like, oh, it's innocently. Whoa. That was weird. That was weird. Hey, if you saw something dirty in a man innocently noshing down glizzies, then that's on you. Yeah, okay. I'm a bad man, Ian. I'm a bad man. What can I say? What the fuck are glizzies? What is a glizzy? God, I hope I'm not going to regret Googling this. Glizzy is a slang term that initially referred to a handgun specifically a Glock. In recent years, the word has taken on a new meaning and is now commonly used to refer to a hot dog. Hot dog! This change in meaning emerged due to the physical resemblance between the length of a hot dog and the extended clip of a gun. Should that be magazine, not clip? I don't know. But now I know, I guess. Unlimited Power has been a sorcerer for 3 as say tomatoes and boobs. Adjusted. Also, what is the best Millennium Falcon toy? The 1977 Star Wars Millennium Falcon. I do have a Falcon. I don't know if it's the Return of the Jedi reissue, though. I'd have to check the date. I think it is the 1977. I'll have to check the date on it. It's in storage. But that's the best one, dude. BMC Seabury has been a sorcerer for 5 months. Says, sorry, buddy. I don't know what for, but thank you. Sandy Q with a $10 says, also for the demonetization, hate it when that happens. Yeah. I'm not particularly bothered about this stream getting demonetized every week. It's an is what it is stream, you know. But thank you. I get pissed if they demonetize the real BBC though. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ladar with a 500 check says, for the glizzies. Oh. Wait a minute, isn't that? That's a noise that you. Never mind. Fine. Let's move on. Andy Masterson with a $2 says, lifestyle changes, enjoy eating well and exercise. Yeah, I mean, I am trying to. But yeah, I mean, we're going to wrap up soon and I'm going to go downstairs and get myself, I think I'm going to go with the bangers and sweet potato mash meal. Bangers sweet potato mash with a little bit of gravy in it. That's what I'm going to go for. Ian Soforth gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Ian, thank you so much indeed, dude. Appreciate you. Ian's a lovely guy. Far away Finley with a hot dog. Yum! No ice cream. Yum! Rain. Rudy with the $2 says, "As why aren't you drinking tea? It's afternoon." Who says I'm not? Who says I'm not? Frank Spencer, Betty, I think I done a wee. That is the best Frank Spencer impression you will ever hear in your life. Okay, I'm just saying, for all the old people in the audience that know, that was the best Frank Spencer impression ever. I'm just Betty, I think I done a wee. Frank Spencer has been a sorcerer for 3. Says, keep up the good work. As will you watch the new Wheel of Time? I'm also watching Night Sky on Prime. Pretty good. I've never read Wheel of Time, so I know nothing about it. Believe it or not, I know that we have usurped, co-opted, I don't know, but the 38-second meme, which is now apparently about my sexual performance in bed. The 38-second meme actually refers to the amount of time that I managed to last not in bed watching the Wheel of Time. I watched the Wheel of Time and I managed to only make it 38 seconds in before I was like, fuck this show, I'm out. Because it was just like, men are shit and fucked everything up and women are amazing, and I was just, oh, fuck off. Just fuck off, show. So yes, the 38 seconds actually refers to the amount of time that I managed to make it through the Wheel of Time. There's the official, that's the true law. But now, of course, it's just that I'm shit in bed. Yeah, whatever. Maybe I am shit in bed. You don't know. There's plenty of women out there I'd love to disappoint sexually. Green-haired anti-liberal has been a sorcerer for 6. Says, sorry, I'm a bit behind. Jerky and pork rinds are a good snack/treat on ketovore. I'm more carnivore than keto. Pork King Good is the pork rind brand I buy. Pork King Good. Look. Pork King Good pork rind. Here we go. I see a lot of Mr. Keto. I don't see Pork King. Proper pork crackling, 3-liter jar. Keto friendly. Fucking hell. There's some hints and tips. Look at this. Fuck me. Star Trekker 58 with a 200 Australian. Dude. Thank you. Dude. I saw a Robin Hood series back in the 60s. Loved it. Is that the Errol Flynn one? No, that's the movie. That's going back to the 40s. Actually. Any current day rip-off version from Hollywood is just for weirdos. Yes. He has cleaning the house at the moment and on a mission to lose 50 kilograms as well. Appreciate your streams and FNT. And sent you a little cash. He calls this a little cash. 200 Australian, which is still over 100 quid. I'll do the conversion, Aust to GBP. It's about 120 quid, I think. Let's have a look. It is £105. So that's a lot, dude. That's a lot, not a little. But it said, appreciate your streams in FNT and sent you a lot of cash to spend or save as you please. Well, if you're giving me an option, it's going to go in the book. It's going to go in the Mort Gage Mojo Dojo Casa de Az Fund. And we'll put that as, I'll do it because I actually did the conversion. I've done it as the £105. And thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I would love to see where we are in 2 years. Well, in 6 weeks, I can say a year and a half. But thank you. Schwink. Very, 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 very generous man. Rai Mayo, creator for hire with a $1 super chat. Thank you very much indeed. And finally, Darth Jazzmag with an 11-month sorcerer says, keep up the great work online streaming and offline looking after yourself. The entertainment you give is way better than normal TV. Sir, you give me too much credit. But I'll take it. I'll run with it. I'll run. Well, I won't run, but I might do a brisk walk. And starting to liquidate some of my my boxed toys that I know that I'm not going to keep collecting, and making some big decisions as regards to them in terms of I think the Star Wars stuff can go. Even the 501st. I think it can go. I think I am now at that absolute point where I just don't give a flying fuck about Star Wars anymore. Disney have made me not care. So I think it's all the Star Wars is going to go. I think pretty much all the Marvel, apart from a couple, are going to go. Going to keep the Batmans. Obviously, Batman's my boy. But yeah, I think the 501st stuff's going to go. I think it's just going to go. I'm done. I'm just so done. I'm just so done. I really am. I'm so done. I'm not chucking stuff away, English. It's being. I'm gonna liquidate it. I'm gonna sell it. But yeah, I think I'm done. There's just no. The apathy is it's real. The apathy is real. I don't know. I mean, we'll make some decisions. We'll think about the 501st, but the other Star Wars stuff is gonna go. Andy plays games with $5. Says replace the tortilla chips with pork rinds. What's up? And make keto carnivore nachos. Interesting. How about an auction stream? I don't think there'd be an interest in that. I think there'd be like 5 people and they'd be buying everything for 5 pence. I don't think I would. That would work down pretty well. Right, folks. We're all caught up. We're all done. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. There is no Sunday Fun Day for a few weeks because everybody is busy. Jane, QBG, X-Ray Girl. But I might be back later for a bit of Armored Core 6, maybe. Bit of Armored Core 6 later on. Possibly. Palia, which would you prefer? Armored Core 6, bit of Palia, which I think Armored Core 6. A bit of that. Massive thank you to everyone who came today. Huge thank you to my mods for giving up your free time. Appreciate you. Everybody who super chatted, membered, gifted membered, remembered. Thank you so much indeed for your generosity. And I will be... So now I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go eat and I'm going to be happy. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye, booblies.